Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 609 Andrew Street here in Newburgh. I'm trying to think how to describe this here. We are, if you're standing in the street facing the property, you'll be looking right at the front door here that faces out to Andrew Street. It's obviously a duplex. You've got a unit on the opposite side of this, but we're sitting just to the left of the front door that faces out to the road here. So I've got a big 4-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running. We're going to zero the foot counter out here at the base of the cleanout. And off we go. And right out of the gate, absolutely spotless flow line, which is very unusual to see in rentals in general, but especially for a duplex. You have good renters in here that know how to treat a sewer line properly. Struggle to find homeowners that keep their line this clean. Honestly, this looks incredible. Kudos to the guys living here. And the way your line gets this clean or stays this clean is essentially one main living habit, and that's not putting cooking oil, grease, fats in general down your line. That's the stuff that gunks everything up over time. Wipes, paper towels, tampons, things like that, obviously you want to keep out of the line too. But the main culprit that builds up, in fact, as we get down in here, you can see we got a little bit of grease in the flow line. Finally, something. Ooh. Look at that.
Are you recording?
I am.
He can't push his camera.
Alright, we're going to try and go locate this here. There's either an object stuck in the sewer line. If you look right up ahead, there's a very obvious square-shaped object sticking out from underneath all the gunk.
Yeah.
And what's right in front of us, too, looks like there's a couple different things. The other possibility is something penetrated through the sidewall of the pipe. Sounds like the line was recently updated, so it's also very feasible that some kind of construction debris or whatnot got down the sewer pipe and got stuck here. So my camera does not want to go underneath this thing, and I'm not going to shove it through. So I recommend, first and foremost, probably start with jetting the line to see if you can blow that thing out of the way, and then a rescope afterwards to see what's going on here, and finish scoping the remainder of the sewer line. All right, located the camera head, so we are just at the bottom of the hillside, about where the dirt meets the sidewalk. And the line runs in almost a dead straight shot from the clean out, at least to that point there. So I've got that roughly marked with a white X down there. That is not a dig marking. It's on a very steep hillside, and I can tell we're leveling off here. So anytime I'm locating on an angle that hard, there are better locators for really hard hillsides like this. So the marking will be relatively accurate, but if you do any digging, I would have it relocated. Ideally with some kind of quad transducer type locating system. Those seem to do better on really steep hillsides. Anyway, I would start there. The locate I just got was just before the sidewalk. I'm not sure if that falls into city territory here or not. I know it looks like it's approaching or very, very close to the right-of-way. I'm not positive that's in that spot, but that's, you know, you might check with the city on that. But before you go digging, I would start with, you know, you could potentially, it could be debris stuck in the line. It's very hard to say. There's too much gunk built up over the top of it right now. Be able to clearly see it. But that's usually where I would generally start when it's kind of an unknown, especially being that water is able to get around it. You can try and blast that thing loose. I mean, you can auger it too, potentially. There's a lot of methods, but see if it can be cleared out of the way. Obviously, if it's damaged, busted pipe there, it's going to need correcting. It lines up very nicely with the downspout curb ports that are coming out to the street there, and they are just shattered to pieces. They are busted all kinds of different directions. I'm not sure if that is at all related, but those downspouts there point almost straight back to where where those downspouts daylight at the curb. They're exposed along the whole entire sidewalk area. They just about point straight at the sewer line. So I'm not sure if there's any coincidence there or not. That's something related to it, but hard to say. And we just went all the way back there to where the line goes vertical back inside the house. Very nice looking sewer line going back into the home, and as well as going away from the house up to 57 feet. Very nicely flowing sewer line, very clean. Obviously we've got some question marks after 57 feet and that spot as well. So once everything's corrected, repaired, make sure you do a rescope to check the repair work. And in a scenario like this, I was getting around 5 foot 7 inches deep at that spot. That helps anyone when you're locating. If you're getting a similar depth, it's probably on the money. But when you have that much earth on top of the line, potentially, it's always important to do your rescope after a trench is closed. But the deeper and deeper the line is, the more likely it is it's going to settle due to that extra weight on top of it. So for your purposes, you want to rescope the line after the trench is closed, make sure there's no settling problems, and then camera beyond that point, see if everything from there onto the main looks good. Everything prior to that point has great flow, all appears to be in good condition.